Day 10, we're going to get into this 62 Christmas Rack Pack. Yes, I know the majority of these out there are faked beyond belief. You know, people have somehow replicated the packaging and thrown their cruddy comments into these the last few years, unfortunately. Those of you who've seen me open these and then also saw COG Sports Cards open the 1960 rack and get a Koufax in the middle. The ones that I have, I got from the right sources, let's say, over a decade ago. Anyway, so there's a lot of background on these. You assume commons in the middle, and for how nice these, I picked this rack because of how nice everything looks on the front, and I'm hoping everything in the middle looks similar condition, because for me, just having cards that are over 6 decades old, I said 5 to somebody, man, I'm getting old, 6 decades old is, getting them in even 6s and 7s is just beautiful. And then I don't know how I overlooked, I was all excited about with this one, the Ashburn is on the back, but then there's a Hall of Famer and a good player, Roy Face and Hoyt Wilhelm on the front here. I mean, yeah, these multiplayer cards have lower value, which I don't understand why, because some of my favorite cards are multiplayer cards. Anyway, so you're expecting just comments in the middle. So we're going to get into this, but first, so thank you all for all the comments and your votes. And there's some people who commented who I've been watching your channels for a long time and have subscribed. And, thanks for coming, checking out my video. It's really appreciate it. First, we're going to go through the results of last week's rip. And thank you for your votes. What am I saying here? Okay, so Ricky won, but it was getting close for a while. So Ricky won. So that was my pick for top card of the last break. He had 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 votes. Seaver had 5 votes. He was, for a while, it was like pretty close. It was like 7-4. And then Schmidt got 1. So thank you for all your votes. I really appreciate it. I'm glad you liked the cards. Yeah, I'm excited about, realistically, everything's crazy sharp on this, except centering. Sometimes I've seen you get lucky, get 8 with centering like this, but realistically, that's probably a 7. So that was and so we've added that to the wall of names, or whatever you want to call it. So my vote is that column, your vote is this column, and we both voted for the 81 Ricky Henderson, the second year Henderson, which is pretty cool. Second year of, yeah. So we have a giveaway for this 83 Pete Rose, because for the first time in a long time, since I imposed the penalty on myself of, if I knock over the camera, boom, we're giving something away. So anybody who commented, I got all of your names down, and if you win, I'll put this in the comments below, email me your shipping address. You can see the prep work that's gone into this. I actually did a lot of prep for figuring out how to do the giveaway. So, all right, so there is my email address, phil5939@yahoo.com. Email me if you are the winner, and I will get this Pete Rose shipped out to you. How we're picking the winner, let's open something. So what I did is I randomly, so I went today after all the comments, looked at all the comments, just went top to bottom, just however YouTube had them, and wrote them in order, and gave everybody a number 1 through 7, because there was 21, so I split it up. So just starting with William Gallier, 1 through 7, 1 through 7, and then 1 through 7. So we got 3 groups of 7. So what I'm going to do is, yeah, I know there's missing numbers. I had to divvy it up evenly. And I'm going to start with this cell. And we're going to just keep opening. And the last, not including this top card, because I don't want anybody to think the fix is in. I could look up Charlie Liebrandt and see that he's, his last number and his card number is this. And, let's put somebody to eliminate off of that number. No, I wouldn't do that anyway. So we're going to start with the card under this. Last number in the card number. So like for Pete Rose, 1. So if we pulled a 171, all the ones are eliminated. Okay? Is this making sense? I had to come up with some way to divvy it up evenly. Okay, next card, whatever that ends in. If it's another one, you can't get eliminated twice. You're gone already. And we keep going until there's only one number left. Then, oh my gosh, I did think this through. Now where am I? Okay, and then next, for the last 3 people, so just say randomly, it's all the 2s survived. So then I take those and I just go in order, starting with the first one, second one, and the third 2. I go 1, 2, 3. And then we go to the next card and wait for it to hit a 1, a 2, or a 3, and then slowly get eliminated until there's one person standing. So that probably makes no sense at all. I'm sorry. You'll see. So it's an excuse to open another 81 pack, right? We'll start with this outer cell, since that was the, I think that was the lucky cell last time. And so again, we're doing this to, we'll open the whole thing. There's Seaver on front. What we got on back here? We got Suter on the back. Okay, so 2 Hall of Famers to start. So here we go. So here's everybody's numbers. I just went 1 through 7, 1 through 7, 1 through 6, 7, and 1 through 7. Okay? So after Lee Brandt, whatever the last number of the card is, you are eliminated. Okay. Lloyd Moseby, his last number, and if it's a single digit, it's obviously that number. So his last number is 3, 643. So Lloyd Moseby has eliminated all the 3s. Again, I didn't... I wanted to do something more interesting than just a comment picker. So what did I say? Moseby, 643. Oh my God. Can I not see that? Yeah, okay. Excuse me. All right, so all the 3s are gone. Okay. 3, 3, and 3. Okay? 3s are gone. Next card. Woo! Nice. Gary Carter. Nice. Wow. Man, these 81s are yielding good. 0. I figured Carter would be a 0. 660. So, oh, we don't have any zeros. Hey, you guys dodged a bullet. Cool card. So, yeah, there's no 0, 8s, or 9s. I mean, I don't think that affects the odds against anybody. Those just are blanks. All right. So Gary Carter was a 0. Not in life. He was an amazing guy who died way too young. Doug DeCinces. 8. There are no 8s. You guys dodged another bullet. Well, we're just going to keep opening through this pack. Yeah, 8. No 8s. So 1 through 7 is all we got. All right. I guess I could have done 1 through 3 and done 7 groups, but I don't know. Larry Boa. Boa, what's the last number of your card? 0. Okay. Dennis Leonard. Okay, if we have to go to another cell, then we go to the next cell, and the last card doesn't count because I already know, obviously, it's a clear cello rack pack, or clear rack pack. I know what the last number is on the back. So, I mean, at the pace we're going, we're going to get all the way through the stack. Dennis Leonard. Dennis is a 5. Okay. 185. All right, so all the 5s are gone. Is this a good way to pick? I don't know. It's fun because we get to open something else, right? In addition to what we were supposed to today. So 5, 5, and 5. Okay? All right. Rick Cerrone. Gosh, these are in nice shape. Look at these. 5. Louis Tiant. That's a cool pick. 7. Ooh, I thought he would be a 5. 7. All the 7s are gone. 7. 7, and 7. Okay? Bake McBride. Your number 0. Steve Stone, All-Star. Your last number is, well, if you're an All-Star, are you a 5 or a 0? You are a 0. Man, I'm pulling a lot of stars and semi-stars. Okay, Dwayne Murphy, I know, did not get a 5 or a 0 this year. A 1. Okay, 1s are gone. So apologies to the 1s. We're getting down there. What do we got? Just 2, 4, 6, 8 are all that's left. So 1, 1, and 1. All right. Willie Stargell. That's going to be a 5 or a 0. I hope you guys are seeing the humor in this. I mean, I'm pulling so many good cards. Yep, 380, 0. So there are no zeros in this elimination. Oh, Willie, you got to go here. I'd set up a dozen stands for this, but I'm like, you know, we got some, maybe we get some good cards. Another Hall of Famer, Jack Morris. I don't think he was really top tier back then, so we'll see if he ends in a 2, 4, or 6 to eliminate somebody else. 2, he is a 572, but he's still going to get a stand. So all the 2s are gone. And gee, we have another Hall of, I mean, I'm not saying gee, like, man, that's bad. It's just kind of cool. Kind of crazy. 2, 2, and 2. So we just have 4s and 6s. I'm going to guarantee you Carlton does not end in a 4 or a 6. So a little off center. Carlton, a 0. All right, Pete, you're the giveaway, but man, we're pulling fire. Rodney Scott. Rodney, what do you end in? A 9. 9 is not in play. Reggie Smith. Are you a 0 or a 5? You are a 5. And this was the last card, so this doesn't count. I mean, if you're curious what it would have been, a 4. Oh, it would have eliminated 4. But that's unfair because the numbers, you can see them on the back. So I can't use the first and last card. All right. Seaver. Obviously, well, that's kind of cool. We pulled a Seaver in the last rack, and that was your guys' second favorite card. So Seaver doesn't count, but you know he's a 0 or a 5. He's a 0, 220. Man, we're racking up the Hall of Famers out of this rack. Mumphrey, are you a 4 or a 6 or a repeat? Or that's nicely centered. Gee, these are nice cards. A 6. A 6. So the 4s win it. So all the 6s are gone. 6. And that. So now we are down to, I'm going to go through a number. So we have Mark Meisner is 1. Robert Gresham is 2. And Stud Field Mouse is 3. All right, so now we're 1, 2, and 3 on the back of the card. A 1 eliminates Mark, a 2 eliminates Robert, a 3 eliminates Stud Field Mouse, okay? So here we go. And that was random, just straight top to list to the bottom. I don't know what Gene Richards' last number of his, and I didn't know it would end right there from the first round. So now the final eliminations are, Gene Richards, your last number is a 1. So Mark is gone. All right. So now we have Robert Gresham and Stud Field Mouse. Stan Poppy. A 1 or no, we have a 2 or 3 left. A 3. Stud Field Mouse almost made it to the end. So 3 is gone. So our winner, Robert Gresham. You survived this wacky card number elimination game that I obviously came up with on the fly. Robert Gresham, email me your mailing address to there, phil59390yahoo.com, and I will get Mr. Rose, who's already nicely sleeved up. He'll be top-loaded off to Robert, okay? So we'll continue opening these because this is just a crazy fun, oh my gosh, pack. A nice Reggie, off-center, unfortunately, and a 10. This is a 4-figure card. Man. Reggie, Tippy, Paul Mirabella, Grant Jackson. I'm rushing through to get to the main event here. Alvis Woods, Tony Bernazard, Luis Leal, rookie. Is a decent pitcher. Kuiper, Moose, Mercer, Johnstone, Dade, Suter, another Hall of Famer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Hall of Famers. All right, and one more cell to go. Man, is this, I mean, the other pack I did had a Ricky, but this one almost is like crazy number of Hall of Famers. Hatcher, Salazar, Makinen, Glenn Adams, Bill Castro, Charlie Huff, another Hall of Famer, Jim Cott, Mario Guerrero, Jerry Augustine, Randy Lurch, Harrelson, Heath, Moreland, Sadik, Mura, and Klutz. That's appropriate to end on for me knocking over the camera for this giveaway. All right. Awesome. Okay. So 2, 4, 6, 8 Hall of Famers out of that. Wow. And this Seaver's looking, man, just a hair down, or else that could have been grade worthy. Still might. I mean, it's pretty cool to still get some of these older cards and 8s and 9s. The Stargel's nice. Man. And I always like this Reggie. All right. To say that was fun is an understatement right there. Cool. So congrats, Robert Gresham. Email me your mailing address, and you will get Mr. Rose in the mail. Okay, here we go. Main event. So this is day 10. Oh, I got to show you guys day 11. Day 11. Now we're getting into some football. Some football that's, these have just gone bananas in value. 82. One of my favorite all-time cards is both the second-year Montanas, the in action and the regular. So we're going to open up. This will be day 11, this 82 football pack. It's hard to tell who's showing, but so what do we got? LT rookie, Ronnie Lott rookie potential. So that's going to be day 11. All right, I'm going to stop doing other stuff ahead of what we really want to get into. So this is going to be the boring part. Trying to get into these. Don't worry, I'm not cutting the card. I'm going right up to it. Almost. Almost. I'm going to keep it on camera. I'm not going to mess with these. Don't worry. All right. Knife time. Knife time. Knife time. That'd be a horror movie, wouldn't it? Knife time. Knife time. All right. So I'm going to pull them all. I'm going to pull the bottom to the top because we already know what that is, and then have the excitement of the crazy rare opportunity. And like when I was talking with COG, when they pulled that 1960 Koufax out of that 60 pack. In 1960, Koufax was not a big name. I want to say he was borderline, semi-star, kind of common. So he might have gotten thrown in the center because I think, it was 61 where he really started to put it together, right? So I'm trying to think of somebody who hadn't made it yet who could be in the middle, and the biggest one I could think of is a Brock rookie. But I don't know if they'd throw a rookie in the middle, because a lot of times on these packs, you see no-name rookies on the front. Just because it's a rookie, and, you know, but... okay, so top card comes up on each of these stacks, so the middle is a surprise. Oh, Elston's a good card too. Gee, that's awesome. All right, let's start with the Ashburn here. Oh man, that is, holy cow, that is stunning. Ooh, lordy. Hall of Famer. Look at this thing. This is why I open these. This is why, no matter all the heat these things take, I got these cheap enough that they're worth opening. Because I got these, luckily, a dozen years ago, most of them. Wow, 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 wow. Can't wait to get that graded. Look at that. Look at the surface, too. We got a little issue there. Touch corner there. Oh, that's a beautiful card. All right, we're going to go with this back card next. Elston, unfortunately, has a little wear there, but still. I don't see any creases. I don't see any bubbles, blemishes. The top corners are decent. Card 400. Awesome. Put these, well, I'm going to put that in the back so I don't knock over as I'm reaching to the back. Okay, the card that was on the back here is another G sharp. And that's surprising because sometimes the back, you can see how tight these are wrapped. The back gets thrashed. So your fake packs that somebody has put together in the last few years, the cards you're going to get are going to be like, you know, 4 condition. I did buy one of those that I knew was like, so anything 63 or newer is never existed of these Christmas rack packs. I bought a 74 just because I needed the Marichal, which was on top of one of these faked packs. I needed that for my set, so I bought it because it was like $17. I just bought the pack, see what else I get. The Marichal, I get it, open it, it's creased. So I tell the seller, he just refunds it. So he knows. So you are not, out of those fake packs, you're not going to get cards like that. Wow. Sorry, I'm staring at this one. This one is pretty damn cool. Wow, okay. That is one of the sharper. That's even sharper than the Ashburn. I mean, if there was a card that had a shot, outside shot, and an 8. Okay, now we're going to hide things. Hide things. How do we... Oh, boy. How do we... Okay, I'm going to hide things. I'm going to push these closer together. And then now we're going to go for the ones that we know. So we're going to take Stu Miller, who was on top. Look at this one, too. Look at that. Man, I'm sounding excited, but the happiness of that these are coming out even better than what they looked. I mean, the middle could be thrashed. They could have hid the, you know, bad cards in the middle, but there we go. I'm just going to go straight down the first stack instead of trying to pull the top card from these that we know. Let's just go straight down and see what the... So this will be the second card, the first unknown in that one cell. Yeah, see, this one's a little more worn. Not horrible. It's a manager. Colts manager. Was that their first year? Harry Kraft. But surface and everything's in decent shape. Harry has high hopes for the new Houston Colts, one of the National League's 2 new clubs this season. He last managed in the AL with the 59 Kansas City A's. Oh, man. And then go into an expansion team. Poor guy. He's probably 25 years old and looks that old for having so much stress. Okay, still decent card. Decent, just a couple more worn corners on that. Now, this is the other unknown from the first cell. The third card down. Ooh, this one's sharp, just off center. Don Budden. Wow, look at the sharpness. We got a little bit of, but I mean, 62 sometimes show more wear on the front than if you look at the back. The corners, you could see that they're actually pretty darn sharp. It's just and it's way off center on the back. Still happy with it. Just look how sharp that looks. All right. Now we're going to take the top card that we already know from the middle cell. So this one we've seen. It was the top, but we don't know what's under it. So we had Dick Donovan. Man, look at this thing. Good gosh. A little scratch down the top down there from top down. But look at these corners. Look at those even in front, and then look at them on the back. Sorry I'm taking longer on this video and just enjoying looking at these cards. Dick had the best ERA in the AL with Washington. Wow. Did you give him a good card number? 15. Yeah. That's sharp. Okay, now... All right, let's leave the last four unknown because I can reach this one. This was the top card that we know, the face and the Wilhelm. The last four cards are all unknown, so middle cell, left cell. Wow, look at this thing. Man, I wish PSA had a special for either older cards or 60s because... I mean, I just did the PSA reveal in my 60s, but these, I gotta send some of these in. Rival League Relief Aces. Look at this thing, just off center, but it's pretty. Little issue there, but come on for, how old are these now? 62-year-old cards. Wow. That's cool. I'm going to put that one up front there. All right, now the unknowns. All right, last four unknowns. These were the 2 and 3 in the middle and left cell. Should we do a slow reveal? Pignantano is in nice shape, too. A little more wear on the corners, but come on for... Gee, this is why I like these. You're getting, look at the condition of cards that are 62 years old pulling from this. So I'm glad a lot of you were excited in the comments from the last video about this rip coming up, and I hope you're enjoying this as much as I am. At Asheville in 53, Joe led his league with 13 as a catcher. Maybe he wasn't a catcher back then. He got slower, so they threw him behind the plate. That's cool. All right. Now, the last one of the middle cell. Should we do slow reveal again? We do slow reveal. Oh, Frank Howard. That's a name. I think this guy just passed away, right? Sad. Frank was named National League Rookie of the Year. 60. Is this the same Frank Howard? Yeah, 6'7". This guy was huge. That's pretty cool. I know that name. A couple of worn corners off center that way, but come on. That's still... I'm still happy with that. All right. Last two. And there will be more of these. If you guys are enjoying this as much as I am, there will be more of these in this RIP series. They are further into the days, okay? So giving away a little bit that I usually only tell you what the next day is, but you will have more of this to look forward to. Dick Williams, the manager, right? That's the same Dick Williams? Isn't he a Hall of Famer? That's pretty cool if this is the Dick Williams who became a manager. because he wasn't really cutting it as a player. I want to say this could be. You guys can, I mean, I could look it up too, but managed the A's, didn't he manage the Angels? I know he managed the Padres in some of the early 80s managers cards. But he managed at least one or two of the A's championship teams in the early 70s. Look at that. That would be cool if we pulled a Hall of Famer from the middle. And again, if, you know, I'm pretty close to sure these are, you know, these are the legit ones that were packaged at the end of the year back in the, you know, at the end of this Topps year. So Dick Williams wasn't a manager. He wasn't, you know, known for, you know, he wasn't a Hall of Fame manager back then. So it makes sense that a card like that would end up in the middle. And our last card, slow reveal, another Oriole, Herzog. Look at that. Another Hall of Famer as a manager. So this is the thing that can happen in the middle of these if somebody isn't established yet, or if, I mean, yeah, I'm going nuts over people who became Hall of Famers as managers, but still I'm pulling 62-year-old Hall of Famers out of this. That's awesome. This one's even sharper. Good old Whitey. Big-time Cardinals manager for years. Look at that. That's beautiful. Okay, so I'm going to say that was success. I mean, I'm going to tell you, I probably, right around 2011, 2012, I probably paid between 100 and 100 and a quarter for this pack. If not, then 80. Some of the ones I got were $80 a piece. So even, you know, what do we got? 12 times... Even at $10 a card, I'm saying this is worth it. So pick your favorite. I don't know. I mean, I'm going to have to go the obvious. And my favorite's going to be the Ashburn. But because it's probably the one I'm likely to grade first. But, I mean, what do we get? 3 Hall of Famers? I'm pretty sure Dick Williams, Hall of Fame manager. 4 Hall of Famers, Wilhelm, Herzog, and Ashburn. And 2 of the Hall of Famers were in the middle. That's funny. They're both Orioles, too. So that's my pick for top card. Not many to pick from today. And you can't... out of the giveaway, I mean, if you want to. I mean, this wasn't part of the RIP series, but if you want to pick one of these as your top card, I mean, you're welcome to. There was some cool stuff, especially if some of you guys who like the Seaver in the last RIP want to pick Seaver. You can pick anything you want, but the focus of this RIP was this Christmas rack here. So, Elston Howard, yep, some crazy awesome condition. Benny Daniels. I'm just enjoying looking at these. Thank you for watching, guys. This was good. Again, our winner. Give me your mailing address. Thank you guys so much for all your wonderful comments, support, everything. Good night.